Raise your hand if you've ever been completely overwhelmed by your to-do list. No, keep them up. Raise your hand if you keep one on paper. Come on, it's okay, you're among friends, you can admit this. How about if you've ever attended a bad meeting? Raise your hand. Really? Anybody in the room? Right, exactly. I'm Amber Christian, founder of Wonderly Software Solutions and creator of Scena, and my co-presenter is Paul Moderman.
Hi.
Yes, you may go, who are these two? I don't know who you are. Well, we've spent most of our careers in the SAP industry. That's why you haven't heard of us. And a couple years ago, yeah, I know. Thank you for not booing, by the way. So a couple years ago, I recognized a problem. I was a small business owner, have my own consulting practice, and I was juggling a lot of clients. And sometimes you just get overwhelmed by all of it. It just gets to be too much. So I went looking for productivity solutions, things that would help me and work the way that I thought. And I discovered a huge problem. All this stuff on the market, there's so much of it, and it just didn't work the way I thought. I discovered I wasn't the only one that felt this way. So I embarked on a journey 2 years ago. But one thing I've known after doing consulting for so many years is I wasn't going to go on this alone. I didn't want to go build software and tell people how to use it. Hey, here, can you use my thing? So I've walked on a journey for 2 years using human-centered design, bringing people with us in the whole process. And so we'll tell you a little bit about that before we get into the demo of what we've built. We spent 2 years building this product. We had over 150 people involved in giving us feedback along the way. We went through anything from interviews to reviewing wireframes to reviewing products, and we'll show you a little bit about that in just a minute. And one of the things I'm most proud of in this is I believe that if we fundamentally want to change our tech economy, we have to be significantly more inclusive than we have been in the past. So one of the things we did, yes, absolutely. I've been in tech for 20 years, so I know what this feels like, and one of the things I wanted to do is bring a whole lot more people to the table. So those 150 people I told you about, over half of those people providing us feedback were women. Yes, this is possible. So in our process, let's talk a little bit more about Bella. Should we show them the mazes first before we
Yes,
do that?
we should.
All right. So while we do that, Paul, how about you tell them, what do we actually build this on as we get warmed up?
So the product is built on Google. Okay, so it's Google Cloud Platform. The front end is React, hosted on Firebase hosting. The user authentication is Firebase authentication. There's some real-time stuff that people share and collaborate documents. That's Firebase real-time database. There is an app engine backend built on Python and Django. And finally, Cloud SQL powering everything else.
All right, so yes, a whole lot of tech here.
Nerd.
So some people say, okay, Amber, how did you guys actually measure this? When you're going through this whole design process, how'd you actually have people help you understand if your designs were working? And raise your hand if anybody's heard of Maze in the room. Is anybody using it? Okay, there's a couple people. This is a great product that we use to do testing for our UX and our wireframes. And so what this actually did is you could put something in front of someone and say, here, do this thing. Did they do the thing you were looking for? This is an example showing you we asked them to do something. Did they actually do that? And you could look what were those people in the middle doing, man? What are they doing over there? You can really start to look at your designs and understand, is it really serving the needs of the audience that I'm working with? So for us, this was a critical part of the feedback mechanism in designing the actual product. Now, let's hop over to go over to Bella. And I do like to tell people my software's a girl, so it's been really interesting for the team. When they build it, they're like, huh? I'm like, someday she'll be friends with some people like Alexa, but that's, spoiler alert, that's not there yet. Hey, Alexa needs friends, right? Okay, all right, so let's get into a few things. Since we have a short amount of time, we only have a couple things we can show you today. What we'll show you is the first thing is our to-do list, right? So one of the things we understood from working with people is that not every to-do is the same. When you put them on your list, some might take an hour, some might take 2 hours, etc. So one of the things that we did when you create a to-do in our to-do list is you can actually, so go ahead and create a to-do, Paul. And go ahead and set our time. How long it takes us to kill it at mini demo? 2 hours, all right, that's good. And go ahead and save that. And hopefully our internet will work, as other people said. All right, there it is, in our to-do list. Now, we can drag and drop and prioritize, and I think that should probably be our top priority. What do you think, Paul?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
now, if we really want to kill it at mini demo, let's schedule that on the calendar. Go ahead, drag it over on the calendar. Internet gonna work? Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
This is where bad internet really kicks us in the. Anyway.
In the something. We'll see if it'll go or not. Maybe your bad internet might work. Okay. Well, anyway, theoretically. Okay. So we put a couple on the calendar so you could actually see what happens. It actually will change the outside of it to show you its schedule. So this is all about being deliberate to done, going from chaos to clarity. When are you actually going to do the thing? It's the last mile of scheduling for you. So you can drag and drop things, you can put them on the calendar, you can actually check them off when they're done. So let's see if that'll work or if our bad internet will kill us there too. There we go. Woo! One of them worked. All right. Now, the next thing that we have is a feature we call the instant meeting. Let's go ahead and see if we can, internet.
Everyone pray for the internet.
Yes, please pray, please pray. So this is a digital notebook. Think of this like a Google Doc, only we can tag into your to-dos and your follow-ups, and they go automatically on the list of the person that's participating. So you could have 4, 5, 6 of your different team members involved in that conversation. You tag and highlight the items for them, and it goes right on their to-do list. So no more of this, oh wait, I was supposed to do what? You're like, It was in the meeting notes, right there. We all agreed on exactly what was happening. So this is how we really thought about building it in an integrated way. So you can go ahead and assign, Buell is our favorite test user that we have in the system. And go ahead and click that Create To Do. And look at that. It highlights it. Click outside of it, there we go. And now, I have some really interesting fonts here, just making sure everybody can see it. Now this to-do is gonna go on my to-do list when I actually save those meeting notes. So go ahead and finish and save that. And I'm probably blocking the view. The other thing that we are doing as part of this is, okay, now, raise your hand if you've ever lost your meeting notes. You actually bothered to take them, on the grocery receipt, I mean on the piece of paper or in your notebook, and you can't find them again. Well, ours actually, it saves them right on the calendar, so you'll be able to find them again. So not only those to-dos integrate to your list, they actually go right onto your calendar as well. We have some huge features we're releasing at the end of this month that I don't have enough time to be able to show you tonight. But we've got some pretty cool stuff. We're going to change how you actually run your meetings with some visual timelines as well. And so that'll be coming out at the end of the month. So we really want to kill bad meetings, you losing things, bad productivity. So how do you help us? We're looking for beta customers to pilot Office 365 integrations. Right now we're integrated with Google. So if anybody is interested in being a beta customer for Office 365, and we got a whole lot more stuff that we are going to be developing to go along with this.
Oh, yes.
Paul's very excited about getting to develop some of that stuff. Now, for those of you that want to give it a try, you can get 50% off for the first 2 months of your subscription by using Mini Demo, and we're at meetbellascena.com. And let's see, what did I forget, Paul?
It's really great, so just buy it.
So the final thing I'll leave you with, one of the best things we like to say about Bellascena is Bellascena helps you spin your plates all in one place without losing your mind. Thank you, Mini Demo.
Thank you.